Hi, this is Herb Woerpel, Managing Editor of The News. By now, you've probably heard about President Barack Obama's Climate Action Plan. But in case you missed it, let me fill you in on some of the details. Obama's ready to take on greenhouse gases and ozone-depleting substances ninja style, armed with only a pair of swords and Al Gore. But don't expect him to appear in the cloud of smoke that's pictured, because that's exactly what he's trying to eliminate. Specifically pertaining to the HVACR industry, the President's Climate Action Plan referenced the future of the hydrofluorocarbon refrigerants, or HFCs, that all HVACR contractors work with on a daily basis. The plan supports a phase down in production and consumption of the refrigerant in the context of the Montreal Protocol over the next 30 years, and it calls for more immediate efforts to steer users away from HFCs and to embrace alternatives.
These projections, courtesy of NASA's Earth Science Observatory, show the expected recovery and depletion of the ozone layer from 1984 to 2064. The one on the left shows the ozone hole's predicted recovery with the Montreal Protocol in action, and the one on the right shows the continued depletion of the ozone layer without the Montreal Protocol. Additionally, the blue expresses where ozone has been heavily depleted, while the green, yellow, and orange represent high concentrations of ozone.
Oh, and surprise, surprise, the aforementioned Al Gore loved Obama's rant, calling it, quote, a terrific and historic speech, by far the best address on climate by any president ever, unquote. The HVACR industry isn't quite as peachy keen on the idea as our old friend Albert. Air Conditioning, Heating, and Refrigeration Institute President and CEO Stephen Urich recently stated that while AHRI supports the continued efforts by the United States to engage in discussions at the Montreal Protocol, AHRI encourages industry-driven refrigerant choice rather than federally crafted mandates. HVACR contractor Aaron York of York Quality Air in Indianapolis summed up his thoughts, stating, "While I certainly do support a clean and healthy environment, the more changes that are affected by government and less by private industry definitely are not good for our world." York continued, "I suggest we allow our refrigerant manufacturers to develop what we need without government interference. We will have far superior and much safer products than we will under government edicts, which may not allow sufficient time for development, testing, and practicality." So, amidst a torn Congress, coal-loving lobbyists, and a broken global spirit, it doesn't appear that Obama's ozone band-aid is quite ready to be applied. And amidst a carnival of contradictions, perhaps President Obama's sole wish was to encourage the planet to simply join hands and belt out the refrain from "Heal the World." So let's all partake, shall we? Oh look, there's Kenny Rogers before his roasting days. So until world peace occurs, ladies and gentlemen, keep breathing.